Tesla has announced that upcoming models will have a removable hydrogen tank that can be swapped out at any of the hydrogen drop stations that will be built across the country. Musk believes this will make owning an electric car more affordable because you won't need to buy expensive batteries or worry about charging your vehicle. Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite luxury channel about new technologies. Before we begin today's show, you may want to turn on the notification bell and the subscribe button for more videos like this. Let's begin. Tesla, Elon Musk's electric car company, has built some of the most impressive cars in the world. They're sleek and powerful and ridiculously fast. There's no denying that Tesla has done a good job with traditional vehicles. But in an interview with Marketplace on Friday, Musk suggested that Tesla is thinking about going beyond the traditional vehicle. He said that hydrogen is an infinitely better fuel than gasoline. And that's a bold claim for someone to make about a technology that has been heralded as the next big thing since at least the late 1990s. But Musk's comments are sure to fuel further speculation about what his next move will be after selling more than 25,000 all-electric vehicles last year. The Tesla CEO has once said of hydrogen fuel cells, "Success is simply not possible," but now he's about to build one. Musk, who has been particularly outspoken against hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles or FCEVs, said that hydrogen is an energy storage mechanism. It is not a source of energy. He then added that the only efficient use of the zero-emission fuel would be to convert it directly into electricity. In the past, Musk has been very critical of hydrogen fuel cells for cars and has said that Tesla would not use them at all. He went so far as to say that Tesla wouldn't even use hydrogen to refuel its vehicles since it would be too inefficient and expensive compared to alternatives. It appears that one of the world's wealthiest and most respected figures is eating his words. The idea of using hydrogen as a way to store energy isn't new with Tesla though. In fact, it's one of many different ways to approach battery-powered cars. It's even something that Musk himself has dabbled with. In 2013, Tesla converted a Roadster into a working proof-of-concept vehicle using hydrogen fuel cells, and it recently applied for patents related to them. I think the risk of an applied hydrogen economy is quite low, Musk concluded. It's very difficult to make hydrogen. You need to make lots of it and store it in a very high-pressure vessel and so forth. It's mind-bogglingly stupid. Essentially, Musk is saying that it's possible to generate hydrogen by combining water molecules with electricity generated by solar panels, but it takes more energy input than simply charging up a battery pack. In other words, it's more efficient to rely on batteries for your energy needs instead of a process like electrolysis. The rationale behind Musk's argument, which echoes those of many other critics, is simple. Storing and transportifying hydrogen is both difficult and expensive compared with battery-based electric vehicles or EVs. Musk believes that using hydrogen to power cars is fundamentally flawed and that it requires either a large amount of energy to separate the H2O molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, or it requires larger amounts of water to be carried along with the fuel. Another thing to pick out from here is the proximity or easy access of the hydrogen fuel to users. Tesla uses lithium-ion batteries while Toyota uses a hydrogen fuel cell. But both vehicles can go 300 miles per charge and cost comparable sums of money. So why aren't more people buying hydrogen vehicles? According to Tesla CEO Elon Musk, it's because their fueling stations are too far apart. The US currently has 9 hydrogen fueling stations. That's not very many compared to the more than 150,000 gas stations across the country. And there are even fewer in other countries. Vehicle manufacturers like Toyota and Honda, which has their hydrogen car, are investing in fueling infrastructure, but that takes time and money, which is why you probably won't ever see a hydrogen station in your town anytime soon. But Musk thinks he can change that. As part of his master plan for Tesla, he announced that the company will start building fueling stations next year to accelerate interest in zero-emission vehicles. There are claims that Tesla will build hundreds of new hydrogen fuel stations across the country within a decade, enough to support 1 million cars. Now, how does Tesla plan to use hydrogen? It's a very simple process. Hydrogen and oxygen combine in the fuel cell to create electricity, water, and more heat. The only thing that comes out of the tailpipe is water vapor. The key advantage of this technology is that the only byproduct is water. Compare this to a traditional IC engine, which has to burn fuel or gasoline, air and oil all together to get the combustion necessary for power, and then after combustion you have carbon dioxide as well as water vapor from the cooling system. Here's an example of how it works. When you turn on your Tesla Model S, it automatically begins searching for a charge station. If you don't have any superchargers nearby, you may need to wait a couple of minutes while your vehicle searches for the closest one. Once it locates one, your vehicle will calculate how much energy you need to add to get back to 100% charge level. It will also show you how many miles you can expect to travel with that amount of energy. After entering your destination into the navigation system, it will give you an ETA for arrival based on driving at the speed limit and assuming that there are no other vehicles on the road or at the supercharger station when you arrive. How safe is hydrogen fuel cell systems? In the future, it may be possible to drive an electric car powered by a tank of hydrogen gas. This is not as futuristic as it sounds, since hydrogen cars already exist. The concept has been around for decades and a new generation of them is coming on the market. The design of the car itself is not particularly novel. It looks like a small bus without windows or a roof. The unusual feature is that instead of storing a battery, it uses a tank full of compressed hydrogen gas. To drive, you fill up at a special station that pumps in more compressed gas when the tank runs low. A single charge should be good for 300 miles. What's to stop anyone from doing this right now? Safety is one issue since hydrogen can be dangerous if mishandled because it's flammable. Also, there are few hydrogen stations currently available and they are all highly specialized, so refilling takes much longer than filling up at the local gasoline station. It may take time for public acceptance to catch up with technology. Hydrogen cars generally cost twice as much as comparable gasoline-powered cars. The government offers tax credits for buying one, and some states have additional incentives such as free use of toll roads or free parking in crowded cities. It's great news that the Tesla Model S can now go from 0 to 60 in fewer than 4 seconds, travel more than 300 miles on a single charge, and seat up to 7 passengers. It can also refuel in less than 10 minutes using hydrogen. And because the only exhaust is water vapor, it's the cleanest production car on the road. The technology isn't new as it's been around for decades, but never before has it been available on a performance scale like this. No one has ever made a fuel cell vehicle this fast before. With that, we come to the end of today's show. Now it's left up to you to tell us what you think in the comment section and which of these upgrades intrigued you the most. Please hit like and subscribe to get notified immediately when a new video is out. Thanks and see you later.